Hey there, Elaine. As close and friendly as family. That's how Kim Jong Un described the relationship between his country and China during his meeting with President Xi on Wednesday. The Chinese president said he's happy to see progress towards easing tensions on the Korean Peninsula. He said all of the Northeast Asia is eager to see peace, stability, and prosperity. The DPRK leader's visit came a week after his historic summit with U.S. President Donald Trump, where his country agreed to work towards denuclearization. Kim's third trip to China in 3 months is also a sign that the two nations remain close strategically. Both leaders agreed that relations between China and the DPRK have entered a new stage of development. Kim said he's willing to improve bilateral cooperation, and Xi said Beijing is happy to help.
During the meeting between President Xi Jinping and Kim Jong Un, Xi pointed out that Pyongyang made a great decision to change the focus of their work to building their economy. The DPRK's development of the socialist cause has entered a new historical period. We support its economic development and the improvement of its people's livelihood. We also support the country in taking a road that suits the country's situation.
Kim visited the Chinese Academy of Agricultural Sciences along with his top economic official, Premier Pak Peng-ju. This is Pak's first visit to China, a clear sign of Pyongyang's interest in boosting its economic engagement with Beijing. Kim also went to the Beijing Rail Traffic Control Center before departing for Pyongyang. Some analysts suggest Kim wants to win China's support for an end to UN sanctions. The foreign ministry says Beijing is only helping with the UN framework.
As for whether we are willing to offer economic assistance to the DPRK, China has been comprehensively and strictly fulfilling all DPRK-related resolutions adopted by the UN Security Council and honoring its international obligations. Meanwhile, as a friendly neighbor, China maintains normal exchanges and cooperation with the DPRK on the premise of not violating its international obligations.
3 DPRK officials who attended the summit with Trump last week were also present at Kim's first meeting with Xi on Tuesday. They are Pyongyang's former intelligence chief Kim Yong-chol, Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho, and Vice Chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, Ri Soo-yong. In Singapore last week, the trio joined Kim for a meeting with Trump and his team of Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, White House Chief of Staff John Kelly, and National Security Advisor John Bolton. So far, neither Washington nor Pyongyang have said they are arranging the next round of negotiations, but it appears that even though Beijing was not involved in the Kim-Trump summit, it's still influential. Back to you, Elaine.
All right, 赵彦芬来